Hey, it's Ev, and this is a transition update. Well, two things, mostly about my hysterectomy, and then at the end also have a quick update about changing to nebido from testogel. But when it comes to my hysterectomy, I actually had my phone call consult earlier today, finally, after it being cancelled like 4 times, and then one time I managed to miss the phone call. So that was meant to be in January, and I just had it today, in May. So yeah, really glad that finally happened. The phone call itself only lasted about 15 minutes. He spoke about what they actually do, like how they perform the surgery, some of the complications that can happen, like damage to the bladder or bowel. That's quite rare, but it can happen, and like he let me know of that. This surgery is done under general anaesthetic, and then I'll be staying for one night in the hospital. The surgery as well is removing like the uterus, both ovaries and the fallopian tubes. So we just spoke a bit about that and like the details of the actual surgery itself. I also asked about waiting times, and he said 6 to 9 months from when I'm put on the list, and he's sending off the form today to get me put on the list, and that I should hear back from them. And I asked how long it should take to hear anything back. He said if I haven't heard anything within 12 weeks, then to contact them and sort of chase it up, but hopefully I'll hear something back sooner than that. So 6 to 9 months from now, I should be looking at between November 2023 this year and February of next year, 2024. Obviously, I've also waited a year from being referred to the Birmingham Women's Hospital just to have this phone call, and now 6 to 9 months on top of that. That's just an estimate, it could be longer. Doubt it would be anything shorter. I'm expecting it to be like 9 months, that's what I have in my head. It's like the estimate. I don't expect to be like a main priority to have it as fast as possible. But yeah, it's really exciting because once I get this done, I don't have to worry about ever getting periods or anything like that ever again, and I can also move on to the next step for me, which should be lower surgery. Like exploring my options with that, which I'm going to make other videos about. Won't get into that too much right now. The other thing I wanted to talk about was how I'm switching back to nebido. At the moment I'm on testogel. I did start on testogel, briefly went on to nebido, my levels got too high, so I went back to testogel, but recently I've been finding it like really hard to remember to apply it. Like for the first few years I was really good at it, and I've been on it a long time now, but I'm just getting worse and worse. I think it's just something, like it's not something I really think about. I don't think about being trans as much, and I suppose I'm not like experiencing as many changes that you can see, just like my beard is slowly improving, but that's about it. So yeah, I just decided that it'd probably be best just to try injections again. I was going to try sustanon, but there was like a shortage, I couldn't get any from the pharmacy, and then I thought like, am I going to be able to remember and motivate myself to inject myself at home, and it's more often, so I just thought nebido would be better. But yeah, I picked this up from the pharmacy today. I've also spoken to my GP about switching to injections, and she was sort of like happy to just go ahead with it, and sort of told me to book in and get the first injection, but didn't give me much information about like the loading phase and like all that, because last time when I switched I stayed on testogel for 2 weeks. I had injections at the start, they were much closer together, a few, and then it went on to every 12 weeks. I didn't just start and then immediately go on to every 12 weeks and immediately stop the testosterone gel. She didn't really tell me anything about that, and I wanted her to get in touch with the gender clinic for them to give more information, and she told me to, so I've been emailing them, but I feel like they would respond better to her because they're not really replying or saying much to me. I want to make sure that everything with my dosage and my loading phase is like completely sorted out and right. I think maybe the loading phase might have been done wrong, and I might have been given a bit too much last time. Maybe that's why my levels went so high. But yeah, before I go in and get my injection, I'm going to make sure that the gender clinic has told the GP exactly what to do, how many injections, how far apart and everything like that. And that should be within the next few weeks. So yeah, I think that's about it for today. My voice sounds weird because I have like a sore throat. It's not breaking again. Before anyone assumes that. It would be a bit odd if it was. Yeah, I'm really glad to finally have like rough estimate of the wait list and know that it should be around 6 to 9 months for my hysterectomy to be sorted. So really glad I had that phone call today, and looking forward to progressing in my transition because not much has been happening lately. My last surgery was 2018 or 2019, so it's been a while. If you have any questions or anything, let me know, and yeah, see you next time.